In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, Bwatts on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing on this Sunday? Yeah. You watching Sports Talk with Bwatts by the digital airways of YouTube. Yes, sir. Just like to say special thanks to everybody who's been rocking with me ever since I've been doing this. I appreciate each and one of you who have supported me, not just with your presence, but also through the membership, through Cash App, Super Chat. Y'all has been a tremendous blessing to Sports Talk with Bwatts. And I also want to thank the people who have joined the show, joined the family on stage, giving us your input and your opinion about the topics that we talk about. And lastly, but not least, appreciate the one of you who's down in the comment section, showing up daily, every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, whether I go live or whether if I drop a video. You have been a blessing to Sports Talk with Bwatts, and I appreciate it. Now, keep this in mind. Even though you have not participated in neither one of those, and you just show up and just watch, hey, that's the biggest blessing a person can get whenever they're online doing a show. All right? I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. All right? Hey, we're getting ready to have a good show. Got Coach Drake and got your boy back, JR Boxing. Y'all been emailing me and texting me. Well, JR, I said, JR on that vacation. He retired now. He enjoying that life. So he's back tonight. We're gonna have a good show with tonight. We're getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders, day 4 from the Cleveland Browns training camp. And then we're gonna talk about the quarterback room. We understand that news broke today that Kenneth Pickett suffered an injury, a hamstring, and what effect that will have on this upcoming week. And also, we're going to talk about Coach Prime has returned back to Colorado, and we're going to talk about his health. We don't know that much about him. We're just going to see what the fellas have to say about his health. And we're going to talk about the Colorado football team going into this year. All right. Well, let's get down to it, y'all. We better do this thing. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat? That evening, what's going on? Patricia McGee. I love CC. Miss Philly Smith. I text you today, checking on you, Miss Smith. I don't know if you had moved or not. I text you today. I was checking on you. Mr. Miami, Prentice, what's going on? Trey Ive, I see you, Tim. Isaac, Patricia McGee. Yeah, I see y'all. LPD, that's a new face. I don't know. Jabbar, what's up, man? You all right? 767. What's going on? FD, my dog. What's going on, man? Val C. I see Wayne Hood, my dog. What's up? Miss Callan Shepherd. I see you. I see you. I see you. Jam. What's up? You doing all right? Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day. Little John is in the building, and I appreciate you. Marvin Johnson, new name. Good to see you. 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 Man, I must say, I was checking my intel on my YouTube page for the last I think month. Man, I gained over 2,000 subscribers. Man, that's a blessing. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let me bring the guys up and let's do this thing. All right? Let me see that still got. I used to try to bring them all up at one time. Still can't get it done. I left Coach Dre. I get my laptop. What's going on, fellas?
Bwatts, what's happening, Coach? What man?
What's
Hey,
go
Coach, what's up, man? What's
What's going
up,
on? What's going
man?
on? What's
Man,
happening? What's
what's
happening?
what's happening?
Man, you
Th-
know me, baby. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work tomorrow morning. So that's all. That it's football season for us tomorrow. So I'm excited. So it's go time for me, my baby. Senior season. So we ready to get this thing cracking. But man, happy to be here. Another blessing to be above the ground. It's a lot of people uh, want to give our heartfelt condolences to all the people that lost somebody this week, especially to Malcolm Jamal Warner, who everybody I figured grew up with as Theo, man. But it just tell y'all don't take life for granted. Make sure you check on your people. Love on your loved ones while you got a chance. And I always tell y'all that at the end of the show, but I really mean that tonight. If you ain't talked to somebody in a long time, you holding on to a grudge, this, that, and the other, man, forgive them people. Uh, God forgave all of us, so why you can't forgive them? So you can move on with your life and don't receive your blessings. But just glad to be here with y'all, brother. Appreciate you.
Oh man, appreciate that. Bwatts, what's happening with you, sir?
Hey man, just been a busy week, man. College and when your when your lady she a school teacher, she wanna redecorate the room every year. And, gee, man, it's
You up
something
in
else, man.
you in there
Every,
hanging border and everything
man,
else, huh?
every year, bro, it's something different, man. I be saying, man, well, you ain't doing them teaching. you know. Then yeah, I got two daughters in college. They want a different bed every year. Went down there, man, and left my hammer, man, last night. Boy, I was so upset. I had to go in the kitchen, get a knife and use the back of the knife to be my hammer. Mm.
Oh
But
man.
hey, I got to. We'll get on into the show, and I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Just give me about 55 minutes or 50 minutes, and we out of here. Miss Wanda Solomon became a new member, and we appreciate her. I think everybody who's been a member. Coach G, what's up, man? Appreciate everything you do for Miss Diane Brown, became a member. Appreciate it, Miss Diane. I saw it. 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 Ah, let's get into it, guys. Excuse me. What's up, Reverend Nelson? How you feeling?
Reverie
Good,
Rev, what's
good, good,
happening,
good,
sir?
good. MD, what's up, man? What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button as you come in. All right. Shedeur Sanders. We're gonna start with Coach Dre, then we'll let JR bring up the rear. Shedeur Sanders bounced back once again on his fourth day at training camp, and they on break today. We heard about the injury with one of the quarterbacks, but that's sports, and I pray that he all right. Come back and get back into it and put in that competition. But when you look at the performance of Shedeur Sanders so far out of the first week of training camp, let me get hear y'all thoughts on it, starting with Coach Dre. His first week of the NFL training camp.
I mean, he looked like what I expected him to look like a polished kid that's ready to go. That you can tell he worked all season. He pretty much got the playbook down, and that any obstacle that you put in front of him, he's not gonna let it stop him. I think I had reports. One day he was out there throwing to some guys that you knew weren't gonna be on the football team, but that didn't stop him. Uh, Shedeur, I keep telling y'all, I'll be glad when people start listening to me. But like I tell y'all, I'm just a nobody. Just be patient. Just be patient and let that thing play out. Let it work the way it's supposed to work. God don't make no mistakes. Shedeur Sanders was put in this place for a reason. To show people that even when people build up things against you, that it ain't gonna prosper, it ain't gonna work. You just but sometimes I keep telling y'all it be a test for the person. It don't really be a test for nobody else. It be a test of your faith. Do you believe in what you asked for? Do you believe in what you prayed for? And Shedeur Sanders is built for this. And when you go through what he go through, I don't. I think he's gonna had a great 4 days. And then yesterday he just came out and showed you guys why I should be in the running to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Like you said, we wish no injury upon nobody. I want to beat. Like I don't never want to beat nobody when they down. I want to beat you when you at the best of the best. But every day it seems like he's got better and better. Uh, you just got to be proud of what this young man has accomplished. And I just think as the weeks get better, I think as the weeks go on, that's all you're gonna see is more and more progression. I'm pretty sure they was off today, but I guarantee you it'll probably be some film come out, or if not, Shedeur somewhere working, watching film, throwing, doing something. And like I say, I told y'all this months ago when Myles Garrett signed that contract. Myles Garrett is showing y'all them people. We had a conversation about some. I want me a real quarterback in here. And you see what Myles Garrett going with. So I feel good about his first full week of NFL practices. Go ahead, Jr.
Yeah. First, first week under the belt, Coach Dre. I agree with a lot of you, a lot of what you said, Coach Dre. I agree with some of it. But me, look, I'm a little bit patient. I'm a God-fearing man, but at the same time, I'm like, look, man, I want to see some results and I want to receive results now. But what I can say for Shedeur, look, that start wasn't the best start, man. But he finished the week strong. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. My father always told me that, and a lot of my mentors in my life they always told me that. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So he finished the week well. But I was more impressed about how he handled himself at the podium. They tried him at the podium, asking him some questions that was kind of, underhand. Why you not getting first team reps and what you think about this and he handled himself as a true professional as he has done plenty of times on the Jackson State podium as well as the Colorado podium. So I was grateful for that. And then another thing, look, I feel you, Coach Dre. You want to get your competition, while they're at their highs, but I was looking for a grade 3 hamstring. I want the meat off the bone. Go on, get them out the way, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Hello
why?
there, man.
So we get. Hey, it is what it is. Cause B me and Bwatts, we text back and forth, but throughout the show, I know I haven't been on as regularly as in the past, but I would tell Bwatts like, man, what we know about training camp is injuries always occur. They
Yeah, you said
always
that y'all
happen.
ass in it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when they happen, you got to be ready. The first thing, you got to be healthy. And the second thing is when that injury happens, you better come in and you better take advantage of them reps so that other person can never get back to where they thought or where they think they should be. So, they said they're going to reevaluate Kenny Pickett at the end of the week. So, that leads me to believe, in my medical opinion, that leads me to believe for right now, the first diagnosis of it is probably like a grade 1, probably just a little soft tissue stuff. But they'll see how his body uh adapts to the treatment that he receives throughout the week. Then they'll get him back out there. But I was hoping to hear grade 3, meat off the bone, he done. Go on, get 12 in there and let that boy just keep on climbing up that chart. But look, he's a strong-minded young man. That's one thing that we know about him, and that's another thing that was confirmed during his time at the podium. So I really appreciated that during the first week of his training camp, B. Watts.
Okay. Like I said, injury part of the game, man. I hate somebody in competition, and you gotta realize you got a family too, and he want to be a part of that rotation. But I still that ain't gonna count him out because still got a long way to go. He could heal, but I just believe that no matter what happens, at the end, we're not in control of it. I'm not. Shedeur just a better quarterback in the room to me. But you got to realize politics does play a part when it comes to competitions, especially as this one. This quarterback situation, Coach Dre and JR Bucks and the chat and the people who tuned in, it's just different. Just different because you don't know, you really don't know, but you hear the talk, collusion was involved. Maybe that has something to do with Shedeur Sanders being drafted. But I get that. I get that part now. I do. I didn't want to believe that first. But when you look at the competition, the throws on the field, bro, I really dived into the throws on the field yesterday. When I looked at, we're gonna start with one. When I looked at Joe Flacco, who both of you all, most of you all said gonna be the starting quarterback, and he could be. But when I look at him and the throws that he was making with shorts on, no rush, and the overthrows, the underthrows, no pressure, I just can't see for its quarterbacking wise on the field what my eyes see. He could be that quarterback better than. I don't even think he's better than Kenny Pickett right now. I don't even think he's better than Shedeur. I know he ain't better than Shedeur. But from what I've seen, for the film, I understand he was there. I understand he know the playbook. But guess what? Lamar Jackson know the playbook. He been with that organization for 3 years. He taking first team rep and they ain't thought about it. Okay. You didn't like that one? Let's go over there to the Rams. JR, the Rams got a quarterback. He just the same age as probably same age as Joe Flacco. He would look way better than Joe Flacco. When I look at Joe Flacco, he haven't been impressive. And when they put that ESPN chart out, he had the worst percentage rating when they come out. He might have the less throws, but he had the poorest for his completion wise rating when it comes to Joe Flacco. To me personally, if Kenneth Pickett come back and is he healthy and they like him, they're gonna cut Joe Flacco. They're gonna count. They're gonna work. They're gonna move off that $3 million. God bless you. That's where I see them going. When I heard everybody over there on ESPN Cleveland, and I heard G. Bush, name Texas, he said he looked bad. He just looked bad. And the rest of them came around and say he looked bad. Joe Flacco to y'all, I understand he gonna be the starter to y'all. To me personally, he ain't that dude. Not no more. Joe Flacco. Y'all thought on Joe Flacco.
I mean, what it come down to is for me, bro. It don't even matter no more. It's about who gonna get a Cleveland Browns the best chance to win, and that's what. Like I told y'all, Stefanski ain't got long. He ain't got long at all. His leash is real short, so he got to make the right decision. So whatever decision he make, it's got to be the right one. So again, if Kenny Pickett is healthy, I don't know where it is. We've already beat Dylan Gabriel. I don't even think it's a question that we should be in front of him. Uh, and,
Coach
and,
Drake.
and that's no and that's just no disrespect to him. I just think we should be in front of him.
Yeah.
But it's just gonna show. Uh, and this a team sport, and unlike anything else, them guys that make the big money, they make the calls, and that's why I keep bringing up Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett looking at this thing like, okay, I got this guy, this guy, this guy. Which guy can get us to the winner circle? Like I say, the reason I bring up Flacco because he won 4 games. I watched what you watched all week. Everybody say he didn't play well. He doesn't look good. One thing, Jr. about a hamstring doesn't get healthy unless you rest it. I don't care if it's just tweaked, if it's just whatever. That hamstring, you don't have 3 months to let it get healthy. They
Matter
literally
of
say
fact,
if you
Coach
think
matter of fact, look how long Mahomes out there on spring and still couldn't get it together until he got when the season over.
because you gotta rest it. It gotta be rested. You gotta ice it. You just cannot put no wear and tear and strain on it. And if it depending on what leg it is. If it's the leg that you throw your power off, that ain't gonna work.
Is it right?
If it's the leg, yeah, if it's the leg that he push off on, I mean it's gonna be a problem all year. So uh, and it's another thing, guys, and I'm not a guy that goes by hypotheticals. Sometimes the competition you start seeing the writing on the wall, and all of a sudden you'll find a way to sit down, or
Yeah.
you'll find a way to make it easier for me to go for y'all to trade. Cause like I say, the Saints don't have a quarterback to me, and I just don't think the Saints. I've been told that the Saints just don't want to give what the Browns are asking for one of the quarterbacks. Now they never. When I talked to who I talked to, he said he never talked about what quarterback it was. It wasn't the one thing they did say it wasn't Shedeur, but that the Browns were not willing to give them, you know, what they asking for. So they're just waiting on somebody to be cut. And maybe Kenny Pickett might just feel like, let me go ahead and say something wrong with me. So they'll go and cut me. And I go ahead and I can go play for the Saints because it might not be, it's an easier route to the Saints head quarterback job than it is to be the Cleveland Browns quarterback. Go ahead, JR.
Hey, Bwatts, can you do me a favor? Can you bring up Mr. Miami $5 super chat? I'll go and read it off. Cause it go in line
Okay.
with the with your question that you asked about Joe Flacco and how they looking about Shador, and then he also mentioned Jimmy in there as well.
I
And
appreciate it. I missed it. Tell you, Jay, I
yeah,
missed
shout out to Mr. Miami for the $5, man. Do y'all think the Browns will still find a way to keep Shador out of first team, even with Pickett hurt? And did y'all see Jimmy on them first team runs? Uh man,
Yeah, I have that question. Yeah, he still ain't gonna get no first team. Not this weekend.
I'm gonna say he gonna get some run, man. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
he gonna get
not
some
the
run.
first week. Yeah, no, no,
I'm gonna
it ain't
say he
gonna
gonna
not the
get
first
some run.
week. He gonna get some runs on the two. Not the first. They don't made up their mind, bro. I'm telling you, watch this first week. They in pads. I don't need to cut y'all. They in pads. They're not gonna let them run with the one. They got to stick to their plan. I heard a guy that was today on ESPN Cleveland. He was against you until he went out there and saw it for himself. He had to get back on the radio station podcast. Hey man, I think all the things on word about Mary Kay Moore, he should do that. But there's probably gonna be they gonna stick to their guns because they got to prove their right. He said even though Kenny Pickett got injured, Shedeur just went from 13 reps to 17 reps. And I believe that's at me.
Man, I believe I look. And B Watts I trust, right? B Watts, I don't know if it's just me, but I think the mic, you're like your microphone, maybe the gain a little bit too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. But look, hey, shout out to Miss Miami again for the $5. Look, chat and Miss Miami, I think he's gonna get some first team reps. That's just me. You know, those reps gotta go somewhere. So throughout the week, I don't know how many first team reps Kenny Pickett had. I want to say it was like 16 or something like that. Them reps got to be split up somewhere. So either they gonna split them between Joe Flacco, who came in at what 5 reps or 10 reps through the week or something like that. It was something low between Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel, or they going to split them up between all three of the QBs. And for me, I think they're going to split them up through all three. Just just to see because you got to get those first team guys outside of the quarterback. You got to get them first team guys and the second team guys reps as well. So I think Shador will have that opportunity, man. And look, whether by injury, whether by luck, whether by rainstorm, whatever, hey, if he's able to get in there and get some first team reps and make something happen, that's nothing but a benefit for him. And I want to see him again take advantage of those moments. And every opportunity he gets on the field just to shine. And then, yeah, man, I'm out here in North Carolina, so I'm definitely tapped in with the Panthers, even though it's not my team, but I'm tapped in with them. I follow them. They show them on the local news and stuff like that here. And yeah, man, hey, 15 out there look real good. 15 look good, man. They so impressed with his speed and his dynamic route run ability. The coach, I believe his name is Dave Canales or something like that. He been talking the way that look, he wanted Jimmy Horn, one of them guys that you got to tell him, hey man, you got to slow the rep down. Like we don't need you to go full speed every rep. We kind of walking through this, so we need you to slow it down, and that's good to hear. That's good to hear when your head coach is saying this guy goes 100% every single snap rep that he goes, and we got to tell him to dial it down a little bit because we're trying to ramp your body up in a certain way to get you prepared for an NFL season. So love to hear it, man. And again, salute for the $5 super chat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay. What y'all think about Dylan Gabriel, Coach? He's
Well, I mean, he there. He there. He there. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. He there. He there. He got his helmet on. He take his reps. I don't know what y'all want me to say. I love people, and I don't want to say he there. I mean, we I think we determined in rookie minicamp that we was better than him. You know, I think we showed in rookie minicamp we was better than him. Now we got to put the pads on, and I keep hearing this that he just can't see over the offensive line. He just too short. So with that being said, every play he gonna have to roll. He gonna have to roll out, or he gonna have to step up quick. I again, you can believe what JR said. They're gonna try every, and what you said was they're gonna try every. They're gonna give him every opportunity to try to see that if he can play. But I just it's just not gonna happen. Uh, his completion percentage don't look good. I really don't like the way he threw it. But I wasn't impressed in college. Like
got
again, I'm from Gainesville, Florida, where Steve Spurrier run the fun and gun. He never had a great quarterback. He had good quarterbacks. He never had a great quarterback. He just had great athletes around him. Dylan Gabriel was at the University of Oregon. He had great athletes around him. Put the ball in their vicinity, they gonna catch it. Throw them a screen, throw them a hitch, they liable to take it the distance. So I just don't know. He's there. He's competing. Uh, and it looks like people are going out of their way to have to talk about him, and that's to me that's a bad sign for him. It's like we talk about Flacco, we talk about Shedeur, we talk about Pickett. Oh yeah, Dylan Gabriel's over there. Let's talk about him. And so Dylan, like you going out your way to try to include him in the conversation. And as a quarterback, if they got to do that, I don't think you're in the running like you think you are. But I'm with you when you say they're gonna try to go. So tomorrow when they come out, Flacco will get first team reps, and him and Shedeur split second team reps. But I guarantee instead of Shedeur going out there first, they'll try to put Gabriel out there first.
that's
But
it.
to me, he's just there, and that's like he's just there.
Yeah, look, Coach Dre, I'm with you, man. Only thing I say about Dylan Gabriel, he took advantage of his opportunities out the gate. Look, he came out, they gave him some first team reps, and he was able to take advantage of those opportunities. So Shador got to keep that pressure on because I don't know if Dylan Gabriel built for the moment as though I think Shador built for the moment. So you got to keep that, you got to keep applying that pressure, dog. You got to keep applying that pressure because when people get in stressful situations, they tend to get out of character and they tend to make mistakes and they tend to rush because they see you over there. Look, the coaches got to come down to the other side of the field to see what you're doing. So who watching you at that point if your reps going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you gotta Shador keep applying that pressure, dog. Keep applying that pressure because now you get called up and you on the other field with everybody else. Then it's like Dylan Gabriel seeing you completing those passes. He's seeing you hitting players in stride, throwing people open. Dang, I gotta step my game up. But maybe that's not a part of your game. Maybe he struggled with those aspects, and he maybe his attributes not as polished as Shedeur when it comes to certain ball placement and ball skills as being a QB. So keep applying that pressure, dog. Keep going out, keep being methodical in the way you do your work, Shedeur. And Dylan Gabriel came out. He came out hot, man. He had a good start and stuff like that. But that first week in the books, on to week two. That's what I say to that, B Watts.
Okay. Like I can't believe that. I try not to be. I want to disagree with Coach Drake one time. One, one. But when you look at Travis Travis Hunter, and Coach Drake looked like they want to plan both ways. Looked like they're doing. But when I saw on video, special over on X, that boy looked good playing that defensive back, big dog. At first, I said he looked good playing with people, but boy, when he that jumped, jumped on the wide receiver, knocked two of them passes down, I said, whoa, it's a good possibility. They might play in both ways.
It ain't no good possibility. That's what's happening down here. You want to see these boys and do you want to see these boys in Duval act up? That's what's going on down here. Uh, Again, they took the recipe from Colorado. They're doing exactly what he did at Colorado. They put him on offense in those mini camps so he could learn the playbook. He could do everything that he was supposed to do. And again, like they say, they're taking a pitch count. So with the pitch count that he done played on offense and defense, they're saying he has had an equivalent of, I think, like double the practices that he's already doing with just the play count that he has right now. Travis Hunter is built for this. Like, his main goal is to show people that said he couldn't do it that he could do it. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are in the same mindset. He has great. This coaching staff is great from what I can tell and what I've been told. Uh, and the players are like, he's having fun. You see him out there dancing, doing the same thing. Travis has not changed who he is, and the Jaguars are not trying to change him. They are not trying to fit him in a box. They're doing exactly what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson. Hey, we gonna fit our box to what you got going on. Uh, Coach Swayze said it in one of the meetings. I don't. The reason I didn't want y'all to have the music at first because I want you to make your own music. Travis Hunter makes his own music. Travis Hunter ain't gotta have no music on for Travis Hunter to dance. You don't have to do all that. Travis Hunter gonna make his own music. He gonna do his thing. So uh I'm proud of that kid and what he's doing, not just on the field, but what he's doing off the field, guys. He's making a difference in this community and bringing this community together. I think next week he's doing a big backpack giveaway. And like I say, Travis just riding around looking for kids to help. He know what, like I told you, that was one of the main reasons why he came to Georgia, to get away from this what like we call it the mud down here in Florida. These kids really they really trying to get out, and so when he see these kids really working and putting on a show, and so then he wants, and he also, his biggest thing is he wants Jacksonville to have something to cheer about. Just like he wanted Colorado and Jackson State to have something to cheer about, he wants them to have something to cheer about. And I'm just proud that the Jaguars haven't tried to put him in a box. But the Jaguars know them people. They got all them people out there at the practices and stuff. Don't play them both ways if you want to. Them people gonna start throwing stuff, so they know what it is. So I'm just happy that they're doing it, and they took what Coach Prime and what the medical staff and all the coaches that he had down here in Colorado, they took what they gave him and they're applying it to the NFL. It is working masterfully, like Coach Prime told you, because the game is slowed down a little bit than what it is in college. So I'm just happy to see him doing great things on and off the field.
Look, I'm happy to see it too, man, because it tells you a lot about the player. It tells you about a lot about the program that it came from. Let me speak to the player first. Tremendous athlete, man, and it just shows you how smart of a young man he is. We talking about NFL, professional terminology and understanding of the game, and it seems like he's able to retain that information very quickly because he's had over 80 reps in practice. I forget the breakdown, but I want to say it's like 36 or 37 on offense and close to like 40, almost 50 on excuse me, on defense. But that's over 80 plus snaps or reps, however you want to count it up. So that just shows you how smart he is, how dedicated he is to his craft, man, and a phenomenal, unbelievable athlete. And then taking it back to Colorado, again, the game plan was already put out in front of him of how to utilize him in practice, how to go about implementing him throughout a practice. And I just hope the Jacksonville Jaguars do a good job of taking care of him because they made a big investment in him. He's getting all his guaranteed money. So I just hope they continue to stay by him, stick by him, and continue to invest into him as a player to keep him healthy as possible as he goes through this NFL training camp, getting himself ready for the NFL season. And shout out to my little nephew, man. He gonna be going out there today training camp practice on Monday, man. So if you watching, bro,
Okay.
sister-in-law, I'm sorry, I didn't spill the beans for my little nephew. But if you watching, bro, you're gonna be going there Monday, man. So have fun for
Yeah,
sure, and try to get an autograph from Travis Hunter. So I know he's gonna be excited.
yeah, they're gonna be a good time. So once we already hit on Jim Horn, what I think about Jim Horn. So the boy look fast. He look fast now than he did at Colorado, Coach Dre.
Again, I told y'all this is why if I'm a kid or if I'm a parent, I want my son to come to the University of Colorado because Deion Sanders is not selfish. He's not thinking about him winning. He's not thinking about. He thought about what was best for Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn probably could have. He probably could have toughed it through and played towards the end of the season. I'm not finna mess up your money. I'm not finna mess up your chance of doing what you love to do and get to the NFL. And so now, again, it was a hamstring. It's always been a hamstring. Hamstrings don't get better unless they rest. And so Jimmy got to rest it towards the end of the season, getting a little healthy, and now he's out here doing what everybody thinks he can do. And again, I keep telling people when the greatest receiver in Panthers history say this guy gonna be the next guy at the Carolina Panthers, that says a lot because Steve Smith is a no nonsense guy. He's not a prima donna wide receiver. He want to block. He want to do all that stuff, and he sees that in Jimmy Horn. Uh, I'm so proud of that kid. That is not even funny. People said he wasn't gonna make it. Oh, he dropped the ball too much. Oh, I mean, people used to rag on me. Hey, Dre, boy, that boy from down there in Florida, he ain't gonna make it, bro. Hey, I told y'all just sit back and watch. Uh, and let him do his thing because you can't teach what he got. That kind of speed he got, that don't come along every now and then with that quick twitch and stuff like that. And I'm just proud of him. So I think he's gonna do amazing things, especially on special teams. But all of a sudden, you see him in that rotation, in our receiver room. Bryce Young loves him. All the coaches love him. The players and the fans have already adapted. But what is that? Again, I'm just asking a question. If everywhere Deion Sanders players go, they become the center of attention, or they well spoken. They just ain't somebody doing. Ain't Deion Sanders doing something right? I'm
Yeah,
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I ain't trying to be funny, but everywhere these Shiloh the man in Tampa, Travis the man in Jacksonville, uh LeJounte the man for the Ravens behind the other two guys, and then Jimmy is one of the main guys in Carolina. He gonna be the guy they pushing to put butts in seats. You probably gonna see Jimmy in commercials and stuff like that. So that says a lot about the way Coach Prime is teaching his guys to go about being pros, and it's showing up right now. And that's gonna make it better for these upcoming guys that's coming into the NFL draft, because people gonna want Colorado kids. Go ahead, Jr.
Bwatts, they calling for your microphone in the chat. I know you see it. Uh,
I can't do
but
that until I get off air.
got you.
You
But
hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you. It going in and out, but I can make it out. But like I said, I'm down here in the Carolinas, man, North Carolina specifically, right now. And like I said, all on the local news, man. Like you hear it, and you hear them talking about the Carolina Panthers, and there's always a mention of J5. I've even gone to the point of like follow them on social media. Every time you look at their social media, there's some frame or action shot of Jimmy Horn, or there's some reel of J5. So Jimmy doing great things down there, man. Keep it up. He's well prepared. His body seems dialed in, and that's speaking to what Coach Dre was saying. Coach Prime was unselfish in his utilization of Jimmy Horn's attributes and talent and speed for Colorado last year, because he wanted to make sure, hey man, it's not about right now, it's about where you're going and where he is right now. You hear them talking about J5 more than they talking about that first round draft pick wide receiver that they had.
Yeah, yeah.
So that just speaks
Mac
volume,
Miller.
man. Yeah, that old T Mac. So that just speaks volume. And again, I can't stress enough for a coach to say, man, we got to tell them to dial it back. That's a good thing to have. Because if the coach telling you, well, you need to dial it up, then you could consider yourself cut if a coach telling you to dial it up. But if he's telling you to dial it back, that means you doing something right. And yeah, I can't wait to go out there, man, and see that preseason game, the Panthers and the Browns, man. I'm gonna be pretty excited to see it, man, and hopefully I can get a shot of those Colorado boys, because I'll be pretty close to the field. So hopefully I get a picture with them or something like that. But
All
back to
right,
you, B Watts.
all right, Coach Ray, touch on a little bit of Shilo. What do you think about Shilo?
Again, when you start, this is what you start thinking. You're gonna start cutting the roster down. Uh, this the way I think about it. 53-man roster. Shiloh is nowhere near the 53. He not nowhere near down there in the 53. He about in the high 30. He in the high 30s. I mean mid 30s to mid 40s. He's nowhere near getting cut. He's starting on punt right. I think he started on punt and kickoff right now. On special teams. That guy will be on the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think he's running with the tools on defense. Uh, the guy is special. I've been told y'all. I heard people say he can't cover, he can't do this. He's a Brian Dawkins Hall of Famer type of safety. He gonna come down and hit you. He got charisma. He bring the energy. Again, Tampa Bay sees the upswing and people coming to practice, and they not coming to see Baker Mayfield. Okay, they not coming to see Baker. We know what we getting out of Baker Mayfield. They coming to
Yeah,
see that Sanders. Uh, you heard his players say, did you get to talk? They asked one of the players in the press conference, you got to talk to Dion? Yeah, because I had the Deion Sanders on at practice, and he said, yeah. He said Coach Prime came up to me. He said, anything you need, you just talk to Shiloh. You see what I'm saying? So these guys are ingrained themselves. He another guy. He's ingrained himself in Tampa. He going to the hood. He going to the places where people tell him not to go. Shiloh, Shiloh in the hood. You hear me? I got people down there in the streets, and boy Shiloh boy Shiloh was over here. Boy, he went over here to the restaurant over here. He sat down and ate. Everything good, and he a guy. He a man of the people. So people are going to gravitate towards him, but he's doing great things on the football field. His football stuff is rubbing off on everybody. And when you got a guy like that in your locker room, you need him. Again, I think he's gonna be probably your special teams captain the way it's looking right now. He's on. I know he on punt on the punt team and the kickoff team right now. And like I said, he's nowhere near the 53. You know, where we'll be worried about where is Shilo at 50, 52, 51, 50. We ain't nowhere near that. I think we comfortably on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. I don't think there's nothing to worry about right now.
Yeah, I mean, from all reports and all accounts, Shiloh doing his thing, man. And look, one thing we always knew about Shiloh, outside of head that game CEO, him giving you a big hit and things like that. One thing I constantly heard about Shiloh is how prepared he was, how smart he was, how he understood the game, how he could diagnose and dissect film and coverages and play calls from the offense so he can be in the best position as a defensive player. And it's rare that you saw him out of position, right? Um, and him working with Coach Swayze, staying back, working with Coach Swayze, getting his footwork down, getting that back pedal, that T step, all of that stuff locked in, that put him ahead of the power curve when he was going into camp. So now you ain't gotta think. Now you just going in and you playing fast. And you could see that the way he broke on that ball and made that pass deflection. He
Right.
not thinking. He just boom, 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 feet out and he going. Transition and he going. So I love to see it, man. And I just can't wait for him to be able to show, excuse me, more of his talents when it comes to the preseason game. So, we can see that full breadth of his knowledge of the game when he on the field. Because early on, even in rookie minicamp, the head coach was saying how dialed in he was with the playbook and getting people aligned. That's high praises when that's coming from your coach, who's a defensive coach. So they take notice to that, they take heed to that. So didn't expect anything else from a player coming from the University of Colorado, being coached by Coach Prime and all those great coaches out there. And so that's a good look for him, man. So salute to Head That Game CEO, man. Big 2-8. It ain't 2-1 no more, big 2-8. But salute to him, man.
Yeah. Salute to Big Two. Hey, okay, all right, Jay. I like that. I like that. Okay, Jay. Okay, Coach Ray, check this out. The pads come tomorrow. Tell me, Coach Ray, you're a coach. What's the difference between them tail pad come on and with them short hands on? What's the matter that be? They still trying to make that
Big,
roster from nine into 53.
a lot of people shut up when them pads come on. When you in just when you just when you in them shorts and helmet and t-shirts, a lot of people got a lot of courage. You got a lot of people talking. But when you get them pads on, it get quiet sometimes. What it shows is who want to be physical. Uh, Basically, you find out who want to be physical in all aspects of the game. You find out who wants to be physical. Receivers, DBs, linebackers, and so you got to remember now they've been catching them slants coming across the middle without shoulder pads on, and that linebacker that receiver been telling them, hey boy, see that boy, I'm finna get loose. That linebacker telling them, hey boy, when we put these pads on next week, and you come across here, don't have your head on the swivel. Don't have your head on the swivel. Watch what happened. As you say, here go the medical tent. So people going you see a lot of diving going on. You see people going across the middle diving. They not doing that tomorrow. They not doing that tomorrow. Cause you don't want to get be on nobody highlight reel. But again, it's basically you gonna find out who physical, who really want to play. That's the one thing I think should where I think going back to Shedeur, he's been practicing with his shoulder pads on. He been making throws with his shoulder
Mhm.
pads on, and so that's why I think where we can say we're gonna have a leg up because we've been doing this with our shoulder pads on. We've been getting ready for the pads. So, but again, the biggest thing is it's gonna shut some people up. It's some people go home tomorrow. It's some people go home tomorrow. It's some people who and when I mean they go home, they make a conscious decision to cut themselves. Hey, that's all right. That's a little. I looked good out here with just the helmet and shorts on and the jersey. Hey, this right here, this might be a little. This a grown, like Ray Lewis say, this a grown man game out here, and so it's about who gonna be physical and can you really because And then you gotta understand that's more weight on you. And you know it's been very hot and all that other stuff. So you got to be able to carry that weight of them shoulder pads and helmet, even though it done made it a lot more, pads ain't as big as they was when we was coming up. So, but it's just about who gonna be more physical. That's what you gonna find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach Dre. It definitely ramps up the physicality of practice. And like you said, from the DB or the linebacker saying, look, whiffing by you, look, man, look, look, they saved you. Look, it ain't gonna be a lot of saving now, So guy, you might see a little alligator arms out there. You might see a little guy, you might see some scuffles. Now this when you start to see training camp scuffles and things like that. Because now I can put my hands on you and control you with them pads on. You can't really control nobody by pulling at their shirt because they can break away. The shirt is easily torn. But them pads, once you get your hands on them pads and you start
Mm.
redirecting folk, people jobs on the
Mm.
line and they don't like that.
Yeah,
People don't like to be embarrassed. Look, man, I'm trying to feed my family, bro. I'm trying to secure a spot
exactly.
on this roster. So now
Yeah.
that's when you start to see that chippiness come out. You're gonna probably, if you watch any of these, sportscasters, you're gonna start hearing about training camp, little scuffles and pushes and shoves and stuff like that. So that physicality that Coach Dre was speaking to, that's what that separates the men from the men. They all men, but now it's a separation. Like Coach Prime would say, look, man, they got people in the Hall of Fame, but then you got the upper room. You know what I'm saying? So you got players
Yeah.
on the NFL roster, but now it's the men of the men. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see it, man. And I just hope each and every player thrives in that opportunity. And by each and every player, I'm only speaking about the players that we talking about. I'm talking about the Shilo, the Shedeur, the Travis, the LaJounte, and Will Shepherd. Don't forget about our other guys down there in Jacksonville with Cam, the Shark, BJ Green, all the other guys sprinkled across a NFL roster, man, just fighting for a professional opportunity, man. It's time for them boys to get active. And I just hope that everything Coach Prime then poured into them just shows even more when them pads are on and the opportunities start to flow their way.
Coach Ray, give me a short answer. Just go to you. When the pads come on the first week, is it, is it really contact or wait to the week after?
No, hey. So all I can tell you about high school. So tomorrow we can go helmet and we only going helmets in Jersey. Tuesday we going helmets in Jersey. Wednesday we going helmets and shoulder pads. Yeah, they say you ain't gonna. It's click clacking going on Wednesday. When I put on my helmet and I put on them shoulder pads, we get to it. We get to it. So they can say that, but you get into it. You get when you put on the helmet and shoulder pads, because 9 times out of 10, them guys don't even wear the bottom pads no more. So once you put on the helmet and the shoulder pads, it's time to get to it. It's time to get
Okay.
to it.
Yeah. You
Okay, check this out.
the biggest thing, he just don't want players being taken to the ground. So they gonna come up and they gonna thump you, but they don't want to take people to the ground because you start taking people to the ground, that's when them injuries start popping up left and right.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. Let's switch over to Coach Prime Colorado football. All right, Coach. I got about 8 minutes. Check that out. Coach Prime said he got a press conference coming up with his medical team going to explain to everybody about his health. You got a lot of rooms out there. They talking about going to quit. He's gonna say this it for him. So give me y'all take on the press conference. You think that Coach that going on with Prime and his health?
I just think he bringing the people so they can explain it to y'all, so y'all don't have to keep asking him. He tired of answering these dumb questions. So I think he just bringing these people so they can tell y'all what was really going on. If you watched the pregame network yesterday, Neely was riding in the truck with him. I know they flashed back to some stuff from Jackson, but it's when he riding in the Lincoln and they driving. Coach Prime pretty much tell you what was going on with him. He kind of tell you what was going on. I think it's about the blood clots again or something of that nature.
Yeah, I'll pick up where Coach Dre left off. As far as for Coach Prime, look, bringing the medical team out there. Look, the medical team gonna be able to clean up any questions that these reporters gonna ask, because they're gonna ask the same question, but they're gonna ask it three different ways. And so Coach Prime gonna initially come out here, probably give a quick update. Look, this my health, this kind of the stages I went through, and then if these reporters want to go more deep into it with more medical things, then that's when you got the professionals there to kind of break down, put some medical jargon out there, and kind of just steer that conversation and close the chapter on that. But look, BY, so what you said with people speculating that he gonna quit and things like that. Man, we didn't follow this man for how long? It's been about 3 decades. When have you known him to quit on anything? I mean, look,
That ain't the point.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why how people are, well, he gonna quit and he gonna this man ain't he just signed a new contract. He ain't quitting. So following him for a good part of my life. I haven't seen him quit anything. So I don't have
This
any no thought of him quitting now. Like all of a sudden now well, I'm just gonna quit now. I don't
listen,
think that's
listen.
yeah. Go ahead, Coach
This
Dre.
this the thing. This the thing I'm telling y'all. He's never been a liar. Coach Prime would have not. He would have had a press conference in Dallas. He'd have done something there. He wouldn't have come all the way like he telling y'all he ready to go. Again, like Jr. I was saying before I got cut off. I just think he bringing the medical people to I think it's gonna be the other way around though, Jr. I think he gonna let them talk first. And then he gonna say, okay, so now y'all heard all of that. They done told y'all what it is. Don't ask me about that no more. Now let's talk about football. Like
Mhm.
I think that's how it's gonna go because he didn't want to answer at Big 12 Media Day, and he know that them people gonna come with that tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get that out the way, and then he'll probably tell y'all, don't ask my kids anything about my health. Yeah, so I just think he just trying to get out in front of that, get that out the way. I hear people saying the Urban Meyer situation. I'm in Gainesville. That wasn't the real deal. That wasn't the real reason why Urban Meyer left. His health had nothing to do with it because he went right back to coaching. That wasn't it. Okay, guys. So y'all stop comparing Coach Prime and Urban Meyer like that. That's not it. I'm here and I'm here to tell y'all that wasn't it. But I just think he just coming to the press conference to bring the medical staff so they'll know what he went through because people want to know and he want to go ahead and get it out of the way so people can stop asking him questions.
But on tomorrow, I know the first pick, that's the big question though. Everybody's talking about. You know, that's what they're talking about, and that's what they all they're tweeting about. So that anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Uh, like I said, spring practice finished all up. Other than the competition between the quarterback position, y'all looking at coming up this season to be a starting position. Anybody on offensive line, defensive side, I got 3 minutes.
For
Anybody
me,
particular?
it's the running back spot, the running back room. I want to see who's gonna be the guy. I know we got Hayden, and I think everybody feel good, but this kid Trackhawk, from all everything I've seen, this kid look like he want to come play. So I want and Welch. I know Welch. If Welch is healthy, he gonna want to play. So that's the room I'm gonna be looking at along with that secondary, the cornerback spot and the safety spots to see who. I got a good idea of what I think gonna be there, but I want to see we bring in these other guys. These guys want to compete. So those are two spots because I got a feeling I already know what the offensive line gonna be like. So the running back room and the DB room. Go ahead, Jr.
I'm a little bit opposite, man. My first is the offensive line, man. Look, it's been a slow burn for Coach Prime since he's been at Colorado, kind of getting the offensive line in tune. Like I said, I feel as though they're taking it more serious. You got three minds in that room right now, six sets of eyes looking over all those young men out there. And so I really want to see what the offensive line gonna do because my expectation as a fan is to see an improvement in the running game. So I'm really looking for the offensive line to see who's going to separate themselves and what they come out with, because we already know they only got one starter for right now, and that's for sure Jordan Seaton. And then after that, yeah, I'm with you, Coach Dre. I'm looking at that secondary. They lost a lot. Shilo, Cameron Silman Craig, and of course Travis Hunter out there in the secondary. And you're only really only returning DJ McKinney. So who started, majority or all of the year? You got Preston Hodge, but I think like the last 6 games he didn't play due to injury. And then you have Carter Stoutmire that kind of filled in when Shiloh was out for like 3 or 4 games. But I'm looking forward to seeing the secondary, because they got a lot of new faces out there. And then that honorable mention, the wide receiver group, but they talented enough to get some things done. And I believe whoever gonna be the quarterback will be able to get him the ball.
All right, Coach Ray, when you look at the coordinators, Robert Lips, Pat Sherman, talking about each one of
Uh, I'm one guy that I don't give Pat Shermer as bad as rap as everybody else, because I just don't believe that he had full control. He had control of the offense, but I don't think he had control of the offense. Again, I continue to tell you, when you got Peyton Manning and Tom Brady out there on the field, they have the control of the offense. So Shedeur would tell you, I done watch him and Travis come to the sideline and they talking about what they finna do. So I know whatever Pat Shermer finna run, call, it don't really matter. They already done made up in their mind what they finna do. So I think you're gonna be able to see really what a Pat Shermer offense is going to look like. So I think he will be better, and I think people will have a better respect for Pat Shermer and what he can call on offense, because Salter or Juju will not have that kind of control to where they can just check out of plays and be over there talking to receivers. Hey, dog, you run a ditch and I'm gonna just throw it to you. You run a fade, I'm gonna just yeah, you ain't gonna be doing that. So that's the biggest thing. And then you're gonna see the elevation of Robert Livingston. I think he's the best, one of the best defensive coordinators in college football. I think we'll see it get better this year. For that guy to be his first year and what he done, that was big. I think he'll do even better job this coming season. And so I'm so happy for him. And again, they have a great staff. And I think Marshall on the other end, I think Marshall Falk is going to be able to help Livingston this year. I think that's going to be added bonus. And if Byron Leftwich is there, I think that's going to help as well. And then the same thing if Mike Zimmer is there, I think that will help. That will help as well. So I think these guys are going to have great seasons. And again, I think people will have a different outlook on Pat Shermer after this season. After the first 3 or 4 games, I think people look at Pat Shermer way different. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, for babyface Rob Livingston, man. Look, the kid gloves coming off, man. Had a little wet behind the ear, little milk, little Similac still on the tongue and on the breath and stuff like that. Because first year play calling, right? So there was some moments and some instances where that first year kind of came like, why you in that coverage, dog? Man, But he definitely improved throughout the year, and that defense stood in that paint and helped that team get to that 9-win record. Remember, they shut one team out 52-0, so he put a goose egg up on the board as a defensive coordinator in his first year. And not a lot of teams can do that. So I'm expecting him to come out. He got better talent on the defensive side, all throughout the range from defensive line to linebacker, in that secondary. But you lost some incredible people, but they replaced them. So I'm excited to see what he can do. And then for Pat Shermer, I'm expecting full autonomy of the playbook for Pat Shermer to dial it up the way he need to dial it up. Um, and I hope by dialing it up, you see some form of whatever commitment to some type of run. Whether it's K Salt running, whether it's Dallin Hayden, whether it's Trackhouse, whoever, you know, um, throwing the ball 42 times, that's cute, but that it ain't gonna get you. Come on, dog. Come on, give us about 15 to 20 runs. Yeah, me personally, I would want to see 20 to 25, but I just want to see Pat Sherman have full autonomy of the play calling this year, because like Coach Dre said, Shedeur earned that right to be on that field and be a field general. He earned that right. He had his stripes. He took his lickings throughout JSU and that first year at Colorado. He earned his right to go out there and say, "Hey, coach, this is what I see. This is what I want to attack on the field." K Salt has earned that right as well, but again, it's a comfortability thing with the head coach to that quarterback. And I think Coach Prime's temperament is gonna be just a little bit shorter because he ain't got his son over there. He gonna be like, nah, dog, hey, you gonna run with Pat Shermer is calling until I trust you. Right. So because he ain't been there. He ain't seen nothing what they did during the spring and they're like he ain't been there. So this gonna be Coach Prime first time seeing a lot of them in action too. So I'm excited to see it though, Bwatts.
So, Freddie, what's gonna be Coach Prime mindset when doing that, though, man?
He done told y'all it's different because I don't have my son. I'm not trying to look. I'm watching everything and I'm controlling everything, but I'm also trying to see what my son is doing, and then I'm trying to see what Shilo doing. I think you're gonna see a better all around football coach, Coach Prime, because again, it's different when you coaching your son. I have to
Yeah.
do that with myself. I have to take myself when I get in when David get in this car tomorrow in the morning. I'm Coach Dre. I'm no longer his daddy. I'm Coach Dre till we get back in this car on the way home. You get what I'm saying? He knows that. You get what I'm saying? I'm Coach Dre. When you get in this car in the morning, I'm Coach Dre. When we get before we even get to the school, y'all know what it is. So he is just a difference when you don't have to worry about that. But again, it was also a comfort that he doesn't have anymore because I know what 12 I know if we got the ball in the last give 12 a minute, we can go make it happen. So he doesn't have that comfort, but he also gonna be a little better. But again, I keep saying I think we got a better overall team. To be a championship team, you have to have quality backups. We had superstars with no quality backup the last few years. This year we got good players with quality backups, and so that's what makes us a better team. So I just think he's gonna be a better coach. Uh, it's not gonna be as stressful. It's stressful coaching your own kids because
Hmm.
sometimes you got to watch what you say. uh I tell people all the time I was way my oldest son, he'll tell you I was way hard on him because I didn't want because he played a skill position. See, when you play the offensive defensive line, you don't have parents complaining to you. But when your son play a skill position, oh, he only out there because he Coach Dre's son and hi ya 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 ya. So he knew he had to work extra. He had to go a little harder. He had to be a guy that people can say, "Oh, I know, I see why he out there. It ain't got nothing to do with his daddy." And so so without him having that, he doesn't have that complex anymore on his plate. Oh, y'all playing daddy ball, all that goes out the window. I'm just coaching these great young men and making them better young men, and you can see that happening. So I think he'll be more relaxed, a little bit more stress, and be off his chest than what he's been having.
No, I just want to see what he gonna do right before kickoff. Because typically before kickoff, they walking 50 yards. We down as the father, and I'm coming back as the coach kind of thing. So what is Coach Prime gonna do right before kickoff? I want to see that. All of the stuff that Coach Dre said, that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. But I want to see what they're gonna do before kickoff because that was something that
Whoever
they held sacred. So I want to see what he gonna do now. What the new ritual gonna be, or if it's gonna stay the same.
I think it's gonna stay the same, Jr. I think whoever the quarterback is, you gonna see that same walk with whoever the quarterback is. I just believe whoever the quarterback, you gonna see that same walk, or it might be both of them. He might walk with both. Hey, you get what I'm saying? So it might be both of them. I think that's a part of his routine now. So I think it'll stay the same.
Okay.
Okay. Which other coach gonna be up under the most pressure other than the coordinator?
Mm.
Uh, the offensive line coaches. You just got to be honest with you. The offensive line coaches. Gunner gonna be up under the most pressure because he the youngest.
Yeah.
People believe Coach Prime just gave him the job, and he didn't earn it, but they don't know that he really did earn the job. He didn't just get given the job. So the offensive line coaches, with Big George and then Big Andre in there, I think they're those guys. Those guys are under the most pressure. I think everybody else position has shown up and showed out. Defensive line, SAP group with Coach, and you bring in Coach Pico. They done did their thing. Coach Hart has shown you every time you doubt him, he done showed up. Coach Mathis, hey, what? There's nothing to say about him and Coach Phillips. So I just think it'll be the offensive line coaches. So for Gunner, Coach Dre, and Big George, that's the next coaches that's under the microscope like that, offensive line coaches.
Yeah, I go a little bit different. Although the defensive line was the strength of the team last year, on that defensive side, I think the defensive line, coming off as Big 12 sack leaders, but they still gave up a lot of rushing yards. So I want to see what Coach Pecco gonna bring to the fold with them big bodies in there, because we was a little bit small in that interior. Hey, shout out to old boy that graduated from that Ivy League school. What was his name? Shane Coates. Yeah, shout out to him. But Shane Coates a little bit small in there, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting tossed around a little bit. Barnes was a little bit out of shape this year, but he looked better this year. You bring in an asset like Jaheim Otis and Coleman and Lightfoot and all of those guys, and then you got guys coming back that was injured last year and things like that. So now I want to see how that defensive line looks when somebody trying to spread you out five wide and they trying to move the quarterback up the field, or that Texas Tech running back that was kind of getting off, or the Kansas State offensive line that was wham blocking and stunt blocking on us all game, and we couldn't stop 31 from a cutback. I want to see things like that, and I hope Coach Pecco brings in whatever type of scheme or something like that. But I know we got collectively better across the defensive line, but I think that's somewhere where it's kind of be like, all right, dog, they led the Big 12 in sacks. We can't finish last this year, but we definitely need to improve in the run. So I'm looking at Coach Pecco for sure.
All right, last question, fellas. We out here. Will Colorado have 1,000 yard rushing other than a quarterback
Just by they,
to get there?
it'll be track hawk. If we come close to 1,000 yard rusher, it'll be track hawk. I just think the kid has the speed like Dylan Edwards, to where if we give him the ball and he hit a quick seam, he can go the distance. So if it's anybody to go for 1,000 yard, I'll go with yes. I think we'll have 1,000 yard rusher, and I think it'll be track hawk because of the what I seen on his tape. I watched it, I dissected it. That kid, I don't want nobody to think he played lesser talent. When they played against the bigger teams with better talent, he didn't shy away from it. He played well. So if we do, it'll be track hawk. So I say yes. Go ahead, Jr.
Yeah, we talked about this a while back. Bwatts ran my guy off, sending him an NIL email and all that stuff. But hey, don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Bwatts. I think we are. If you do the math, that's roughly almost about 84 yards a game. So if a running back could get 84 yards a game, I know that seems like a lot, but I think it's doable. So we got a guy that can get about 84 yards a game. If you go through 12 games, that'll get him to 1,000 yards. So hopefully we can. Uh, but if not, then we'll come real close. That's for sure.
Okay, I don't get out of here, but I got a bonus question. JR, Coach J, will start my show up. Will start my show up and be feeling good on the back end of Colorado defense this year. Coach J, we out here on this line.
I mean, I believe in the kid. When you come in here and you the best cornerback, and you got my boy, Commander McClain, who was there as well, and you were the first guy, you were the first freshman in that secondary playing time. That says a lot. The kid has it. He got the size, the build. I think he was all the way healthy last year. I think he's got healthy. He done been with that. He done got on that Swayze workout. So I believe that he's gonna be ready to go. So yeah, I'll be cool. I'm not asking him to be Shilo. I'm asking him to be the head of gang CEO. I'm just asking him to be Sotomayor, come up and physical, do his thing. And so yeah, I believe in that.
Yeah, I mean, to answer Bwatts' question, you said, is he going to be physical? Carter ain't never had a problem being physical. That ain't never been a problem. As a true freshman, he was probably one of the more physical players on the team. Even last year, once he get his hands on you, he gonna get you down. I haven't seen Carter miss too many tackles. So once he gets you down to the ground. Now it's being in the correct position. That's the thing. Because it be sometimes he's supposed to shoot the alley and he ain't there. Like, dog, where you at? I was at the UCF USF game. Or no, UCF game. And I'm like, oh, he's supposed to be in that alley right there. He wasn't there. I'm like, dog, where you at? And I remember Cameron Simmer Craig like pointing at him like, bro, you supposed to be there. So if those things get cleaned up, which I think they will, he seems like a very intelligent young man. He has a lot of talent. So I think those will get cleaned up. But as far as being physical, Bwatts, he physical. He gonna get you down to the ground. If he grab you, he get you down. That's for sure.
All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll pick up Tuesday with that. Start that show on Tuesday because I really want to hear the real answer.
Oh
But anyway, hey,
man.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in and thank Coach Drake and welcome back to Job Boxing. Give me the last word, John. Coach Drake, we out of here.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. The time and the space again. B Watts to just share this space with you and Coach Dre. But I want to give a special shout out, man, to my old lady. 20 years of dedicated service, man. On July 25th, she retired from the United States Air Force. So we got two retirees in the house. So I just want to say, Boo, I'm proud of you. I love you. And we gonna wake up tomorrow and find out what we want to do with ourselves. So hey, shout out to my old lady, man. 20 years faithful service. 20 years in one day for sure. She hit it on the money.
Oh, man. Congratulations, JR.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No wonder you've been gone so long.
Yeah, man.
All right, we out of here then. Drake, you want to give us a second word? Drake, I'm froze on the JR. Give us the last word. We out of here.
Let me see it. Let me see it. My best Coach Dre impression. If we send those ships out, no ships will come in. If oh man, you got me, dog. I don't know the rest, man. Hey man,
Hey,
salute to
we want to
y'all,
thank
man.
everybody for tuning in tonight. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Be blessed. God, oh, well, what is it? Appreciate it, JR.
All right, be wise.
Hey, that ship, you still ship, like, bro.